Welcome back, people. Welcome to the Football Heritage. We back again with another edition. Today is the Wednesday edition of the Football Heritage, and we got a lot to talk about. And firstly, if you are not yet subscribed to the Football Heritage, please do subscribe. The link is in the description. And with your help, this channel gonna grow. So please do subscribe. The link is there. The link is in the description. Please subscribe to the Football Heritage. And today, please subscribe to the Football Heritage. So today we'll be looking at Manchester United made a bid to sign Benjamin Sesko from RB Leipzig. Manchester United make 80 million euro bid to sign Sesko from RB Leipzig plus Allen. And before Manchester United made that bid, they had a verbal agreement with Benjamin Sesko first, because the way our football club was being run, the way it was run first by those bankers that were in charge, I think Omar Berrada and the rest of the guy, they trying to go in a new direction, because they don't want to sign any player that does not want to play for Manchester United. So any player they are signing now, that player should agree, should be willing, should have that desire and hunger to play for the great Manchester United. They are no longer going for any player to convince that player to sign for Manchester United and throw more money at them. If you see the two guys, Mbuemo that signed a month plus ago, few weeks ago, and Cunha who signed like a month plus ago, they are on less than 200K per week. We are not just going about throwing money at players. And this is a great move. We shouldn't be going around throwing huge sum of money at players. So Sesko and Manchester United, we already had a verbal agreement. We are agreed on a personal term that Sesko, he said yes to join Manchester United. Even though Newcastle United and Manchester United are the two teams that really made a bid for Benjamin Sesko, but he chose Manchester United football heritage. Manchester United is way bigger club. It's a way bigger club than Newcastle United. Even though Manchester United finished 15th place in the Premier League last season, this season with no European football, but yet Benjamin Sesko, a 22-year-old, one of the hottest young striker in world football, he said no to Newcastle, even though they offer him Champions League football. But he rejected them, and he has agreed personal term with Manchester United. So the 80 million euro bid is on the table. Manchester United made that bid yesterday, 80 million euro plus Allen to RB Leipzig. So we are only waiting for RB Leipzig, because right now they are negotiating with Manchester United. So we are waiting so that from now to the weekend for us to get a final year we go. Sesko He has a lot of pace, and he's a better option than Rasmus Højlund. Højlund has been at the football club for 2 seasons. We are giving him a lot of chances, but yet he didn't capitalize on those chances that was given him. He has failed miserably. So we really needed that striker to come fill in that striking position. That point striker, that number 9, that will get our goals. Because last season, Manchester United, we are one of the worst teams when it comes to finishing your dinner. We are one of the worst teams. Our conversion rate was very worse than we were like 17, 18 in terms of conversion. We finished 15 because we were not scoring goal. Even though Andre Onana, he is one of the problems at the football club. That's for sure. Everyone at Manchester United knows that Andre Onana is a big problem at that football club. But finishing our dinner cost us more points. We were now scoring. So many games we play at home, we fail to score because the lack of option up front. But with the imminent arrival of Benjamin Sesko, we'll have a front trio of Benjamin Sesko, Cunha, and Bryan Mbeumo. Those guys, if they can replicate their form last season, they're going to get all goals. Because for Bryan Mbeumo and Cunha, they are Premier League proven. They are Premier League proven. They have played in the Premier League and they have proven themselves in the English Premier League. And also, after the Sesko deal, Manchester United will concentrate on a new centre midfielder. That's a good news because right now the balance in the middle of the pack is not good. The balance is not okay in the middle. Casemiro, he's nowhere near the level to play for Manchester United. He's nowhere near that level. Casemiro is done, and I'm not too convinced by Manuel Ugarte. Sometimes you will have a good game. Sometimes you have a very terrible game. So I'm not convinced by him either. And we need more or less in the middle of the pack. There where games are lost and won. In the middle of the park, we need our energy. And there's a rumor that mentioned that we have already inquired about Carlos Baleba from Brighton and Cameroon. He is what we need. Carlos Baleba is what we need. He's a quality footballer. He will bring that aggression in the middle of the park. He's not only aggressive, but also technically, he's one of the best players out there. So if you can bring Baleba in the middle of the park, that will be a good thing for Manchester United. And hopefully we can finish in the top 5 next season. If we add Carlos Baleba along with Benjamin Sesko, Bryan Mbeumo, Matteo Cunha, and we get a goalkeeper at the end of the transfer window. 5 players right there. If we sign 5 players, quality players, and all 5 of them will be starting player for Manchester United. That alone is a big change from last season. Bringing in 5 new players into the starting team, because right now we need to build the starting team. You have to get a good starting team before you think about players that are on the bench. Before you think about having a lot of quality players on the bench, you got to get a lot of quality in your starting 11 first. So, I hope they both continue on this path. After Benjamin Sesko, no matter what, if Brighton want to play hard ball, we have to. Because we are Manchester United. Despite the last 12 seasons, we haven't been the club we used to be, but yet we stay attract good players at this football club. The history is there. We are a massive football club. We are a massive football club. Look at Newcastle. They are in the Champions League. On paper, they have a better squad than Manchester United. But yet, Brian Mbeumo rejected them and joined Manchester United. Benjamin Sesko rejected them. He's on the verge of joining Manchester United. So that alone tells you that we are still a big club, that we can buy any player that we want to. So we have to push for Carlos Baleba. It shouldn't just be the rumor. We should try and make a bid for him by early next week. If not this weekend, early next week, they should make a bid for Carlos Baleba. That tests the water. We have a lot of Daewoo that we can shape. There are a lot of Daewoo that we can put them part of the D to lessen the fees for Baleba. We have Mason Mount, we have Mason Mount, we have Casemiro. We have a lot of Daewoo that we can include in the D. A lot of Daewoo we can include in the D to San Carlos Baleba, because he is what we need in the middle of the park. Because we don't have a lot of legs in the middle of the park. The way Amorim play football, his style of play, the two midfielder, they have to be energetic. They have to run all day, all game. They have to run. They gotta be energetic. So we need that player in the middle of the park. We need Carlos Baleba. We have to push for Baleba. I don't care what the fees will be. This is Manchester United. We have the money. We have to push for Baleba before the transfer window. Before this transfer window ends, we have to sell. A club may tell you we have to buy him, excuse me. A club may tell you that they're not selling. But once you give them the right price, once you bring them a good financial gain, they're going to sell. We have a lot of Daewoo and some young players that we can loan to them without them paying any fees to be part of the deal, for the fee to be lessened, for us to sign Baleba. It's a matter of must. As I said earlier in the transfer window, that Manchester United need at least 5 players for this transfer window. And we are about to sign the tier 1. So after that, we need 2 more before the transfer window finish. And as I said earlier, we needed 2 10s, or central midfielder, or number 9, and a goalkeeper. So a number 9 and a goalkeeper. So we have to sign. We already get the 2 10s, and we are about to get the point striker. So now we need that number 6 in the middle of the park, and Carlos Baleba profile fits that. The profile of Carlos Baleba, one of the youngest energetic midfielder right now in the Premier League. Technically gifted. He's one of the best at his age. He's a young player, 21 years of age. If everything goes well, he has at least 10 seasons to give us. So we have to push Brighton. We have to push them. We have to make sure and give them a good financial package. They will be willing to sell as long as a good financial package is available. And Brighton is a team that they always get good young players in their squad, especially midfielder. If you look at for the past few years on Brighton, they have Bissouma, who at that time he was one of the best midfielders in the league, even though his forms at Tottenham dropped. He's not the same player that he was at Brighton. But Bissouma, they sold Bissouma to Spurs. And they had Casido, who they bought for less than 10 million. And they sold him for over 100 million pounds. They had Casido. They sold Casido to Chelsea. They have McAllister. They sold McAllister to Liverpool. So now it is our turn to get Carlos Baliba for them. I don't know how they manage that scout. Those that do that scouting, they are very good. They always scout young good players, especially in the middle of the park. So we have to go there and get Carlos Baliba. We get a lot of Darewood, we get a lot of players that Brighton will be interested in. We can make them part of the deal and get him. So, and goalkeeper, after that, we need a new goalkeeper, because if we want to progress, if we want to claim higher in the table, like in the top 5 or top 6, we have to replace Andre Onana. We have to. Andre Onana was given 2 years. He didn't perform. He has been dreadful. He has been absolutely awful. So we have to replace him. So if we can do that, we can get those 5 players in. I think Manchester United will finish in the top 5 realistically, because we will be having 1 game a week. 1 game a week with no quality of player, quality 5 players that will be starting. That's a huge difference. You have already replaced 5 of the 11 starters from last season. That's a tremendous improvement by replacing 5 of the 11 starters from last season. That's a huge improvement. So gradually, before you look into the following season, 2026-27 season, we have already replaced almost all the players that made us to finish 15th place in the Premier League. So, and Liverpool, Newcastle, they are in a difficult situation right now, because Liverpool, they haven't given up to sign Alexander Isak. They have not given up to sign Isak. We also saw Isak when you were playing for Sociedad. He was not a prolific goal scorer. He was a good player, but he was not prolific. But the past 2 years, he has been a prolific goal scorer in the Premier League for Newcastle United. And now Liverpool, they are coming back to make another bid for him. And Newcastle cannot get player in. Players keep rejecting Newcastle United. I don't know what's going on with them, but players keep rejecting them. And it's really, really difficult for them now. And I don't think it will be possible for them to keep Alexander Isak, because he has already asked to leave. So a lot of things has already happened. He has lost, they have lost trust in him, and the relationship with the fan, the board, the coach, that relationship has broken down. So it will be very difficult for them to fix that. So the best thing Newcastle can do is to get as much money from Liverpool to sell Alexander Isak. They have to push for like 130 to 150 million between there to sell Alexander Isak, but I think the player will go, because the player is very, very unsettled right now. There is no way that Alexander Isak will have a cool season at Newcastle if they force him to stay. So they have to get rid of Isak. And Liverpool, they are already sold Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez gone to the Saudi Pro League. They sold him already for over 50 million. Can you imagine? Darwin Núñez, the guy has been awful in the Premier League, but yet he was sold for over 50 million. And Liverpool, they have sold Núñez, and they will sell a couple of other players to raise that fund to sign Alexander Isak. And if they sign Alexander Isak with Isak or Gakpo, Ekitike, Mo Salah, I think they will be the favorite to win the Premier League this coming season. And that will put Newcastle in a terrible position, because now they will have the cash. So any other team they're going to, whether they're to get an average striker, they will ask for more money, because why? They will be in a desperate position that they have to sign a new striker. And every team knows very well that Newcastle United, they have the money. So their demand will be way up, because you know that Newcastle United have the money. That Liverpool already paid in a lot of money for Isak. So the best thing Newcastle United can do is to sell a striker before they can sell Alexander Isak to Liverpool. And I must commend them. They were trying to do that by signing Benjamin Sesko, but Sesko rejected them. But they have to go and sign another striker. Whether they can sign only working for like 40 to 50 million, because only working, I think the reason why I mentioned United didn't sign him. Aston Villa, they value him more. They value him for around 60 million pounds. That's a huge sum of money to sign a player who will soon be 30 in December. A player that will be 30 in December, you cannot sign him for 60 million pounds. That's a huge risk. If you make such investment, you have no return on the investment, because only working you can only get a 2-3 year from him, and there will be no resale value. So, but if Newcastle can get him for less than 50 million, they should go and do that. Newcastle United can do that for a couple of seasons and look around to sign one. Probably before that time, you could have one of the emerging talent, emerging striker in European football. They can compete to sign that kind of striker. But as things look right now, it's very, very difficult for Newcastle United. But they have to try to sign a new striker before Liverpool can buy Alexander Isak for them. They have to do it. Alexander Isak, he is unsettled. There is no way he can remain at Newcastle right now. The relationship has broken down between him and the fan, between him and the ball, between him and the coach. That relationship is gone. So at the end of the day, before the transfer window closes, they have to sell him to Liverpool. And Liverpool is the only team in the Premier League that can afford him. I mean, in the war, Barcelona don't have the money, they cannot afford him. They still have Lewandowski. Arsenal don't have the money now because they signed Gyökeres. Real Madrid and Mbappe, they don't need him. So the only club, Messi, they have Haaland, they don't need him. The only club he can go to now, traditional big club, is Liverpool. And I think they will have the money to pay, but they're going to pay a lot of money for him. So if Isak can stay fit, and if he can stay fit and sign for Liverpool, Liverpool will be the favorite to win the Premier League this coming season. If you move on, you look at Arsenal. Let's talk a little bit about Arsenal team. Their preseason hasn't been good. Their football has been boring in the preseason. Even though it's preseason, people can say, yeah, it's preseason, but preseason for me, the results from preseason don't matter, but performances do matter. Performances do matter. Preseason, if I see team playing preseason football, the thing I look for performance. I don't look at the result. I look for performance. If the performance is good, result will be good in the season. But if the performance is bad, if you have a good result but performance bad in the preseason, then it means that team is not ready to start the new season. And the way Arsenal, the way I look at that team from the preseason, even though it's preseason, but the entire left side on the Arsenal team is there. That entire left side is there. If they want to compete with Liverpool and City, with Chelsea to win the Premier League next season, they have to get a good left winger. Because as things stand right now, they don't have a good left winger. Martinelli is terrible. He's awful. He has been awful for the last 2 seasons. And if you're depending on Martinelli to play next season as a starting player, that's not going to have a problem from that side of the pitch. Leandro Trossard, we all know whenever he starts again, 9 out of 10, he will perform poorly. But if he comes from the bench, there where he is dangerous. But starting as a starter for Leandro Trossard, that's not for me. But whenever he comes from the bench, he is a different player. There where he can get more impact in the game. There where he can affect games. But as a starter, no. So they get a big problem on that side. And Noni Madueke, I don't think Noni Madueke is the answer either from our left side. Even though they just signed Noni Madueke for about 52 million pounds. But that Arsenal squad that I look at I don't think Noni is the answer for that left side. Because Noni, in a Chelsea career, Noni, most game that Noni really perform is from the right side, not the left side. The right side is where Noni performs. And if Arsenal try to use him on our left side, there could be a problem. Because he's not the answer for that left side. If they cannot get in, I heard that they want to sign Eze, Eberichi Eze. They want to sign Eze. And Eze is not really effective from that side too. He's not. Watch him on Palace. Eze is more dangerous playing as a number 10. So unless you want to put Martin Odegaard on the bench, and I don't see it happening because Mikel Arteta, he loves him. And he is the captain. I don't see Martin Odegaard going on the bench. So if even they sign Eze, if they sign Eze and play Eze as a left winger, there will still be a problem. He is not a proper left winger. He's not. He's an attacking midfielder. Number 10, that's his position. And there where Arsenal use their captain, Martin Odegaard. There where he plays. So the Eze thing they're talking about, I don't think it's a good idea. Except they signing Eze to be the squad player. So I don't know whether Arsenal going to sign Eze for Eze to sit down on the bench and be a squad player. I don't know whether Eze want to do that. Then that's on him. But I don't see Eze being effective on the left wing. He is not a left winger. He is not effective from that side. So they have to. So the rumor of signing Rodrigo gone down. They are not talking about it anymore. Because Real Madrid are going to demand at least £100 million for Rodrigo. Do Arsenal want to pay such money for Rodrigo? I don't think so. Arsenal want to pay about $100 million for Rodrigo. And if you look at the team, the Arsenal team, they are not used to playing with a point striker. Since Aubameyang left the club. You could see it today in their game against Villarreal in the Emirates Cup. They struggle to create chances for Gyökeres. Victor Gyökeres struggle. Arsenal team, they are playing, but they are not creating for the point striker. And Mikel Arteta, as I said, with Arteta, I don't think Arsenal will win Premier League or Champions League with Arteta. Because this guy has been at the football club for almost 6 years, but yet he doesn't convince me enough that he has that quality as a manager to take Arsenal to the finish line to the Premier League title or the Champions League. I don't see it. He's very stubborn, and he loves for player like Martin Odegaard and number 29, Kai Havertz. His love for those guys might cause him big trophies, but I don't think Arsenal will fire him. Mikel Arteta is very fortunate. He's very fortunate to be at Arsenal. He is. Because show me any big team that a coach will spend almost £1 billion, nearly £1 billion spent by Arteta for the past 5 years. Almost £1 billion spent in 5 years, but zero trophy to show for. Show me any club, any big team. You wouldn't allow Real Madrid for one season. You are being gone the first season, you finish 8th. They see him at Barcelona. They see him at Chelsea. Manchester United, long time he gone. Liverpool, all the big teams. Arteta who are being fired a long time ago. And I can't see him winning this coming season. Because what? Except he changed. But Gyökeres going to struggle on that thing. It doesn't mean Gyökeres is a bad striker, no. But the way Arsenal play is different. Gyökeres is used to that fast break football that Sporting were playing. Fast break. On the counter, fast break. Arsenal don't play that fast break. Arsenal play that slow build-up football. Sideway, back way. Want to make some penetrating passes. Gyökeres is not used to that. He's going to struggle in this team. Particularly for a few months, he will struggle to score goals in this Arsenal squad. It doesn't mean Gyökeres is a bad player. That's what I said. Alexander Isak will have been the best option, striking option for Arsenal. They could have made that first move. Even though at that time, in June, Alexander Isak, he didn't ask to leave Newcastle United, but made a bid. If you're looking for a player to take you to the finish line, test the water. The one mentioned another day with Robin Van Persie in 2012. They tested the water. Like, oh yeah, this guy playing on Arsenal, and Arsenal not looking at team that will win the Premier League. And Arsenal Football Club, even though they are rival to Manchester United, and Van Persie just finished the season as top goal scorer in the Premier League. But this guy, if we can get this guy, he's going to win us the Premier League. So for us, they tested the water. And they saw Van Persie. And Van Persie won the Premier League and won the Golden Boots. So all Arsenal needed to do is to test Newcastle. Test the water. Discuss with the player camp. Yes, we want Alexander Isak to join our football club. We think this guy, he is the missing piece for us winning a Premier League title or Champions League. So we want to sign him. Can you inform me? Will he want to join us? Inform his people. Inform his agent. Tell his agent. Like, agent contact him. That, oh, Arsenal is interested. Will you let to join? This is that project. They think you are the man that can take them to the league title. They think you are the man that can take them. You are the man that may take them to the Champions League title. You may take them to the Premier League title. They think you are that guy. So will you want to join? And yeah, for Alexander Isak come first. Then you make that bid and see what Newcastle going to say. And Newcastle don't want to accept that at that time Alexander Isak will have told them that I want to leave. Then you wouldn't have signed Gyökeres because Isak would have been a better fit in that Arsenal squad than Gyökeres. Isak will be a better fit than Gyökeres. Gyökeres is a good striker, but the way Arsenal play football, he's going to struggle. Isak will have been a better fit in that Arsenal lineup than him. So I think Arsenal, they have to get a left winger, or else they're going to struggle for that left side next season because they don't have anybody over there. Martinelli should not be anywhere near that Arsenal starting team. The guy has been awful for the past 2 seasons. And preseason, he has been awful also. He has been dreadful the entire preseason. And if they want to be better, they have 2 sides. The right side where they have Saka will play mostly, and probably Madueke may come on sometime, or particularly they are 15-year-old Mas Dorman may come on. I don't know. But that left side, Trossard, if they chose Trossard and Martinelli to play that wing, it's going to be a problem for them. It's going to be a problem. And Chelsea Football Club, I think, they may compete this coming season. Because last season, they tried to, but halfway through the season, they collapsed and they just hang out to finish 4th place in the Premier League. But I think this season they have a lot of experience now under that belt. Most of the young players have that experience. And Enzo Fernandez, he has improved. Sam Maresca took over, and Moise Caicedo will continue to improve because this guy, he is a complete midfield package. He is a good midfielder. This guy, he's one of the best in the league right now. So I think they're going to improve, particularly last season. They have Nicolas Jackson up front. And Jackson, last season, do you know Jackson had a worse conversion rate than Rasmus Højlund from Manchester United? That's how awful Jackson was last season. This guy is terrible at shooting. He doesn't score. And now Chelsea, they want to sell Nicolas Jackson. If a good bid comes in for Jackson, they're going to cash on Nicolas Jackson. Joao Pedro, going to be a fantastic signing for Chelsea because he's that good, better, way better than Nicolas Jackson. So making that move in the transfer window, getting getting Joao Pedro and the kid from what's his name? All right, and it will come to my mind later on. Getting two strikers in the transfer window was a good thing for Chelsea. Those two guys that they bought in the transfer window, they both of them they are better than Nicolas Jackson. So that alone improved their front line. That alone will improve their front line. And they also signed a lot of players. And one thing Chelsea is good at is getting rid of players that they don't want for good money. Look at it. Chelsea has sold a lot of players between 25 to 50 million pounds. That other team will not even sell for 15 million pounds. That's one of the good things they are good at. Don't just look at the money. I'm a Manchester United fan. We all can say, oh, Chelsea spend a lot of money. But look at the money Chelsea can generate from their outgoing player. They sell a lot of players and they always generate. Just Madueke alone, 52 million pounds. They have already generated over 100 million pounds from players they sold. You look at Madueke and the kid from Portugal, I just forget his name. They sold the two guys for over. They sold the two guys for over 80 million pounds. Can you imagine? They sold them for over 80 million pounds. This is why Chelsea, this is why they are good. This is why when they buy a lot of players, I don't have a problem with them. Because guess what? They're going to sell most of the guys they don't want in their squad. They're going to sell a lot of guys they don't want. And they made a lot of good money. They made a lot of money from those guys. And look at what they're asking for Nicolas Jackson. Chelsea asking for close to 80 million pounds for Nicolas Jackson. But I don't think anybody in a Real Madrid going to pay such money from Nicolas Jackson. And I'm afraid that Newcastle United may sign Nicolas Jackson because they wanted Joao Pedro. He went to Chelsea. Okay, Joao Felix went to Saudi Arabia. So Joao Felix and Madueke alone, those two players alone, they sold them for almost close to 90 million pounds. Can you imagine? Other team will not even get 50 million for those two players. Look at Manchester United. We're struggling to sell. Why Chelsea can just sell? And Arsenal is one of the teams that usually accept those deal from Chelsea. They always, I don't know what thing Chelsea have on Arsenal that they usually go there to get a deal player. David Luiz, William Gallas, William, Kai Havertz, Noni Madueke, and they signed the goalkeeper Kepa. So I don't know what is between them. Arsenal always go to Chelsea to get a deal. So I think Chelsea, they will be a force the coming season. I believe they will. These are all prediction. They will be a force the coming season. And in fact, even though Liverpool is the favorite, but it's not a fact that they're going to win it. No. It's just opinion. It's just my opinion. I think if they sign Alexander Isak, which I think they will do, they will sign Isak. And if they sign Isak, I think they are the favorite to win the Premier League this coming season. But that's not fact. That's just opinion and prediction. So Chelsea, they can win the Premier League because they have the squad for it. They have a lot of good players, a lot of young good players. The only problem I get with Chelsea, they are center defense and goalkeeper because they need a new goalkeeper like Manchester United. Those two teams need a new goalkeeper. So that's one of Chelsea's major problem. They need a new goalkeeper and center back. And people are also sleeping on Manchester City. City, they did a business early, particularly started in the January transfer window. They bought a lot of players in the January transfer window, and early on in June they did almost all our signing. And Cherky is a very good midfielder. I love that guy. I think he's gonna be one of the most talked about midfielder in the Premier League next season. And with the defensive midfielder returning in our City squad, people are sleeping on them. I think a lot of people sleeping on City. City, they are still in the race. They will still be in the race to win the Premier League. They still have opportunity to win the Premier League. because Pep Guardiola, he has done it before, and he has now gone 2 consecutive seasons without winning a league title. He has not done that in a career. To go 2 consecutive seasons without winning a league title, he has not done that. So I think City, they are there. They are in the mix for the title. A lot of people sleeping on them, but Pep Guardiola, you don't sleep on him. He's one of the best managers we have ever seen in this era. In this era, Pep Guardiola is one of the best managers of all time. So we can't sleep on him. I think they will be there. They will be in the mix for the title, even though Liverpool are the favorite to win the Premier League this coming season. But City will be there. As long they have some good attacking players. Omar Mamouche, Erling Haaland, they are very good. And the only problem that they always have is the defensive problem. They always have that defensive issue in their squad. So I think they will be there. Those are the 4 teams as Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man City. I think those 4 teams, they are the 4 favorite to win the Premier League this coming season, with Liverpool #1 favorite to win the Premier League. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not yet subscribed, please do subscribe to the Football Heritage, and the link is in the description. So, this is how I come to the end of the podcast. So, thanks for listening, and peace. I'm all here.